Although Barry and Orit Prague live in the north, they quickly felt the impact of the October 7th invasion because her beloved nephew and soldier died fighting Hamas. Born and raised here, Orit tells CBN News she never felt so insecure.
Because we have started hearing the stories from the Gaza Strip, I told Barry I want to go. So in that evening, on the 8th, which was Sunday, we packed a small trolley and we went to parents of my daughter-in-law.
KIBBUTZ Dafna was founded in 1939, nearly 10 years before the State of Israel. And despite all of Israel's wars, it was never fully evacuated until after the October 7th war began.
The anxiety or fear, if you like, of what happened in the Gaza Strip permeated all the way up here, and people thought that the same thing was going to happen from Lebanon, from the Hezbollah.
The Pragues became like wandering Jews living out of their suitcases.
We tried to see how we find the good or the strength in a situation.
We became part of the surreal situation, and we gradually adapted, as everybody else did, to this surreal situation which the people in the north and the south became accustomed to. And it's awful to think that we did become accustomed to, well, I can only describe it as crazy.
Soon after the war began, CBN News visited KIBBUTZ Dafna, an agricultural community and tourist destination. Community manager Arik Yacobi explained how the community maintained an emergency routine with just a few people milking cows and taking care of the animals. The hotel and camping area were closed, and Hezbollah rocket threats kept them out of their avocado orchards.
During some of the fighting in Lebanon, for this place and here, there were a lot of casualties amongst our soldiers.
This area of the kibbutz suffered the most rocket damage. Barry says he hopes the residents here will all return.
So this house was damaged by a rocket that landed right in front of it, and the other houses around it were also damaged by shrapnel, broke windows, destroyed all sorts of stuff inside. Just now we're starting to get back to normal.
Barry and Orit returned last summer in the midst of the fighting.
We see our home as here. And coming back to Dafna, to our home, is sort of a statement, a declaration, A, to the Israeli government, B, to our friends and brothers and sisters in Dafna. We do trust the army. We saw that they were very good. They protected us very well.
Orit's Lithuanian parents helped start the kibbutz, and she felt childlike excitement coming back home.
When we came in June, what Barry said about the surreal feelings going in Dafna, that was in the highest of the prosperity of the kibbutz until the 6th of October, was very weird.
The surreal part is that we were here in 2006. We stayed here. No one left. Oh, people left, but there was no evacuation. And if you remember the Lebanese war in 2006, there were lots of bombs and artillery and whatever, and there was no Iron Dome, there was nothing like that.
This time they saw a major difference.
Now this time there's artillery, and it was all around us. It was firing every so often. You never knew when. So all of a sudden you'd hear boom, boom. And at night you'd also hear all of a sudden boom. You know, it was like from here to there. But after a while we didn't wake up. But it's terrible to get used to something like that. That we don't want to be used to that. We want peace and quiet.
About 250 members have now returned. Volunteers are cleaning, painting, and preparing for more residents to come home. Agriculture is flourishing again, with other industries operating as they did throughout the war. One kindergarten has reopened, and in the coming months, they expect students to return to the high school. Orit is optimistic, saying it's amazing how humans can leave the past and move forward.
What we went here in those months, it was like we were sitting next to cannons bombs all day. And I was afraid to walk in the kibbutz because something would fall on me, and I forgot about it. And I sees the future as a place to live here and to go back to prosperity that Dafna used to have.
While Barry believes there are tough times ahead with the economy, he has hope.
And they founded this kibbutz in '39, and they built it from nothing, and it was all a swamp and God knows what here. So I just feel that we're going to carry on, and our kids will carry on, and we've got to be optimistic and hope for the best.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, Kibbutz Dafna, Northern Israel.